Hello everyone and welcome back to part 3 of AP Revisited. Yay! Woo! This time around I will be taking the practice AP test for AP Lang. Yeah, I took AP Lang my junior year. It was I feel like I sound so pretentious every time I say this, but it was a fairly easy class. I mean, I was like studying creative writing during high school, so I think it makes sense. Like, it was known to be like a fairly simple class for creative writing people. So yeah, it was a very kind of low stress, nice, chill class. Although to my disappointment, once again, gonna sound pretentious, but I was disappointed that I got a 4 on the test instead of a 5 because the class was so easy. I was like, why didn't I get a 5? Pretty rude. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm starting from a AP Lang base. Excited to kind of dive back into this like AP English world. Theoretically, I should be good at it since I studied writing, but I did not study English, so you know, we'll see. But yeah, let's dive in and see how I do. Okay, so we're back on our friend's varsity tutor site. Once again, I don't know why there are these like obscene amount of times like spent on these tests. Maybe people like do it one question at a time and like study for each thing. Maybe that's why, but either way, I'll do the one that people spent the less time studying on and the one that is not super difficult. So I guess I'll do number 5. Let's begin. Woo. Gosh, I forgot how much reading there will be in this, so this might actually take longer than normal. We'll see. Prose is not overly basic. There are words in there that I do not know, like abstruse. I don't know what abstruse means, but I don't know what abstruse. Is that like abstract and abstruse? Definition of reason is too narrow. I don't think so. Argument based on obvious, inherently logic. I don't know if it's obvious. Argument or valid is particular framing of two opposing schools of thought. That's true. I don't think there was much evidence or examples. Let me go with this one. Okay, what is not in the passage? So survey of the field. I think that is in the passage. Way in which moral philosophy is described. It's not in the passage. But let's read through the others. Reasoning behind popular preference. That is in there. Comparison. It's in there. Foundations. So let's go this one. So basically, what would the author agree with? I don't know. I need to reread the passage for this. So I think he would object to that. You would object to that. I think he would object to that. It's one of these two. I am glad there are multiple questions for each passage, because if I had to read a different passage for every single question, this would take me forever. I think he does rely on the assumption that most people prefer, but I don't think he's relying on the assumption that all people, because he would obviously say that those philosophers who believe in the more abstruse view of morality would disagree with that, although they might not hold to that. He only talks about 2 schools, so I think we'll just go with that one. Okay, I can't remember what Stoics believe in, but I'm gonna assume it's like the opposite of what utilitarians believe in. This is bad, I think. Not knowing what Stoics believe in really gonna affect my understanding of this passage. Yeah, I'm gonna assume there are people who tend to attack utilitarianism, so I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's that one. Oh, not necessarily more divided. Because I talk about imperfect world. I don't know. So I guess I'll go with this one. Yeah. The Scrivener. Story of Wall Street. No. Okay, what's the difference between first person and first person omniscient? So omniscient is when, like, God is omniscient, like knows everything, sees everything. But this isn't that, because he talks about he only knows what he knows of him by what he saw, except for a report. This is first person. He does know because he talks about what he's seen of him. I think he's supervisor. It's not this one. It's not to illustrate the differences. I think it's one of these. It's not. I don't think it's this one. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Why did I say that weird? Ralph Waldo Emerson. You know, this doesn't matter for AP Link, but wasn't he like, I can't remember what it's called. Learned about it in AP US History, I think. But he was like a kind of person who like goes out in nature and stays in it, I think. I don't know. I guess this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter for the test. Okay, so I am all finished with the test and I got 88% right, bro. That's it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I got a B plus ish, a 4, I guess, for the exam. So I guess I'm kind of in the same place I was as a junior, which I guess makes sense because honestly, I don't think I really ever studied for the AP Link test. Maybe if I did, I would have gone to 5, but I'm pretty hyped. I only got 6 wrong. It took me 45 minutes, so it took me a bit longer than I think either AP Art History or US History took me, which makes sense because they were like dense paragraphs. But yeah, this is a marked improvement on my previous tests. I think that's mainly because English has always been my forte, so I'm not gonna chalk that up to getting in the habit of reading tests, but let's go through it and see what I could further improve on and what kind of was already stuck and worked in my head. But okay, so author 10 out of 10, 88% correct. I got 100% of literary devices correct. I mean, there's only 2, but I did it. Passage meaning construction, 94%. Okay, cool. So I think I was weakest with the words and phrases in context, especially with phrase usage. Okay. I scored better than 89.5% of other people. Take that, high schoolers. Not to fight teenagers, that's very weird, but feeling good. You know, this is just like a high for me. It's like a reward after pretty much, you know, getting less than 60% my previous tests. Chillin' like a villain. So let's see what I did get wrong and figure out from there, since that'll be a lot easier than going through what I got correct. Okay. So I got this one wrong. It was a difficult question, so I guess that's okay. Oh, this is what the author would not object to. So I put making whatever moral decision one wishes to make, but the correct was making a moral decision based on the feelings and thoughts excited. Okay, I was in between these two, so that makes sense to me. Oh, so I guess I did get the Stoics one right. That's good. Okay, but the underlying portion of the excerpt most closely means... Okay, that makes sense. It does not endorse sacrifice in principle. Okay, I accept that answer. Reason this passage give? I believe that no material exists for a full and satisfactory biography of this man. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, another. Not that, I mean, I don't know why I always like am ready to like bite the test about my answers, but I don't know, maybe that's like a, I don't know, but that makes sense to me. So which of the following statements best summarizes the author's main idea? Yeah, I wasn't completely sure on this one, so fine by me. Yeah, also wasn't super sure on this one, so chillin'. I get at least correct in a row. Whoa. Okay. paper that the clause underlined in the first paragraph, but for poetry, the idea is everything. This nearly means ideas are to poetry what fact is to religion. See, I think I was a little confused on this one because I thought, because I was talking about how like ideas are like the inherent, like the foundation of poetry, I felt like, and I was talking about how like facts for religion, well, I guess it does make sense. They were both like facts for religion are also like a foundation and a thing to rely upon, but it was talking about how it was kind of futile to rely on facts for religion and how inherently the unconscious poetry of religion was what did it best. So I think that's what confused me, but let's look at the explanation. Okay, so yeah, it's about like the association between the two. So nothing else wrong. This is by far the quickest review session I've had of any AP test, but you know, feeling good about that. Yeah, I guess just to wrap up my thoughts in general on this experience, honestly going through it, I was like a lot less confident because there were a lot of answers where I was like, well, it could be either one of these, or like I really just don't know, and I'm kind of just taking like an educated guess, which really is, all of these are kind of like educated guesses. But yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'm glad to know that like even though I haven't taken like a formal like English class since high school, I mean, I guess because I spent so much time reading and writing and just, I think basic reading comprehension is a thing people generally use throughout their lives, whereas, you know, like art history is not something you necessarily use throughout your life unless you are like an art historian. It makes sense that that stuff would kind of stick in my mind and still make sense to me today. So I guess it's not wholly surprising that I got this score, but when I was going through it, I was feeling very challenged by it. So it was a good, healthy challenge and reminder of the arrogance of my youth to be like, I should have gotten a 5 because the class was easy. But yeah, I'm very happy with my score. I think I'm going to be taking world history next time, so my score will be plummeting, probably back, if not in the 50%, lower than that. So we will see how that goes. This is a temporary high. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you took AP Lang, if you thought it was, I don't know, is it weird to ask if you thought it was an easy class or a hard class? Does that make me sound like a dick? I don't know. But yeah, just like, let me know, do you like English? Were you vibing with it? And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next installment of AP Revisited. Feeling pretty good this time, but yeah, I will see you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, just have a good rest of your days. Bye.